Welcome to FM Live, and on this week's Future of FM Tech, we break down Proptech. What would come to your mind if I said technology trends? Well, most of you would think of the latest Samsung or Apple phone, or maybe ordering your food over an application. But greater is the real estate sector than consumer tech or even e-commerce at this point. And that's because there is a new trend in the market called property technology or Proptech.
Proptech industry is part of the larger digital transformation of the real estate industry. It has the potential to change the mindset. It has the potential to change the brick and mortar industry and transform it into a digital industry. We see a lot of changes that are coming up for landlords, for investors, and for the labor force.
Softbank Chief Executive Officer Masayoshi Son is probably the world's largest investor in startups and technology companies, and new trends predominantly come from his investment firm Vision Fund. Yes, he's bigger than Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg. Son has a few investment obsessions at this point: mobility, commerce, and real estate, to name them. But his current number one obsession is with the multi-trillion-dollar real estate market. He says, and I quote, "There is an opportunity to consolidate and automate the fractured world of real estate." Now, usually when Son is playing his cards, the industry sits up and takes notice. Take for instance his investment in Uber and WeWork, the shared workspace service. So far, Son and Vision Fund have invested more than 13.8 billion USD across different real estate sectors, which even includes Oyo, the Indian hospitality firm.
Within the investment area, I think the question is for venture capitalists and for the companies to invest on which technology, which one of these PropTech ideas are going to survive in the next decade.
Companies in the UAE are leading the charge in championing PropTech. A few years ago, we saw energy performance contracts or EPCs become a reality in the UAE market. And coupled with energy savings companies or ESCOs, now they've become the bedrock of real-time FM operations.
So how is this going to change our day-to-day lives? I think this is one of the questions that people have in their mind that are not technologically driven. I think the influence is you come into your building in the morning and you speak to your building. The building greets you and puts an order for you. Your warm coffee is ready when you arrive at your first meeting. The building goes through a cost algorithm that was planned for the building and decides when and how to reduce the cost if there are cost increases. Imagine the building going through the entire equipment, digital equipment asset history and asset information, deciding on which equipment is available, which one of those are defective and expected to fail in the next day or week. Imagine the building going through the energy performance of the building and comparing it with other buildings in the 10-mile radius, which is a great asset and benefit of PropTech in the near future.
So you can imagine a check engine light from your dashboard of your car for your building. And so there is no doubt we are witnessing the Uberization of the real estate market. It's also interesting to note that many trends just never take off and remain no more than a great idea that had limited purposes.
On the landlord side, this region, especially GCC region, is expecting a lot of deferred maintenance. And with that deferred maintenance, I think we're going to experience that capital renewal rates are going to grow further than the available dollars in the marketplace. And this will have this insight. I think we think that we're going to need a lot more investment in life cycle costing, for example. We think that based on the research done in very large portfolios, $1 of deferred maintenance delayed may cost us $4 in the near future. So how is this going to relate and connect with PropTech? I think there's a lot of potential for investors, landlords, to investigate in that area.
But more than anything, PropTech is probably the most relevant of trends in the market. And when you factor in sustainability and longevity of building life cycles, it checks all the boxes. I'm Nikhil Pereira, and I hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of FM Live. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Construction Week for all the latest updates. and to click the bell icon in the corner for all the latest notifications. Until next time, stay tuned.